like it can shift to ice active.
Oh, wow, you did it! This hunt will go down in history.
Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic0, and we're playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So here's Alatreon, my old nemesis, and I'll say he's doing a very good job of making everybody sad. And he is a rough customer. He has a ton of anti-lance moves, and yeah, if you guys were there for the live stream, he killed the shit out of me. but yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the hunt now that I figured out the mechanics. And, you know, while this is a casual run, I am very interested in doing a speed run pretty soon. But anyway, yeah, so Alatreon's got a bunch of weird mechanics we have to learn here. So, yeah, this set is not really built for speed, it's built for surviving the mechanics. So, yeah, whoops, missed my counterclaw. Okay, so, Alatreon is, he's got a lot of elemental modes. He happens to be starting in his fire mode here, so that's why we're using an ice lance. And vice versa, he can start in an ice mode where you want to use a fire element weapon. So our strategy here is to keep him in the fire mode as often as we can, and I'll point out like when that comes into play. But just for now, we're just trying to put in as much elemental damage as we can in order to suppress his super attack, the Eschaton Judgment. And while he does take more like raw damage to his head, he takes more elemental damage to his forelegs. So this is just me trying to survive the mechanics instead of trying to finish the hunt quickly, so I'm going to be aiming for his forelegs. So, and yeah, like, when you're a little more comfortable with the hunt, you can probably, like, make a mix set that's a little more focused on raw than this set. Yeah, so the set here, okay, this is the elemental break or trip. Like, whenever he falls over like this, it weakens Eschaton Judgment. I've tripped him, like, up to twice before he does the super. I hear you can do it 3 times, but yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yeah, but anyway, when he trips, just focus on his head so you can do as much damage as possible. I'm going to go ahead and focus on his legs because I do want to weaken the super as much as I can. You really only need to get 1 elemental break. That's enough to survive it. So from here, you can choose to attack the head if you want to finish the hunt a little faster. And yeah, this hunt's going to take a while. This bitch has a lot of HP, so, you know... Yeah, just hold on to your asses. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay, he is airborne. Oh yeah, I'll say that his moveset is... It is a little reminiscent of his older moveset. It's very different though. Like this claw attack right here, it used to be the thing that killed everybody, but now it's like one of his best openings. So yeah, that's different. Okay, let's go ahead and tenderize this claw. Yeah, so this mix set, I have Guard 5, Crit Ice 7, I have Ice Attack 6. It happens to be a variant of the Master's Touch Agitator build. I'm not using Agitator Secret, however. I'm just using it for all the slots on there. So the set has Ice Attack 6, and this is so I can counter Eschaton Judgment as quickly as possible. Although, once you get used to the mechanics, I think Ice Attack 6 might be too much element, and you can finish the hunt faster if you focus on raw a little bit more. But yeah, I haven't done that testing yet, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm using the Glider Mantle and the Assassin's Mantle, and I'm pretty much only using them because they last a long time. And I just have Vitality gemmed in them, like not that big of a deal. Yeah, once you get a little more used to the mechanics, you probably won't need health boost. And I did eat for Elemental Resist, and the set has Blight Resistance in there, so I do recommend doing those 2 things while you're still getting used to Alatreon. I'm pretty sure that when I start speedrunning him, I'll probably take off a lot of those defensive skills. You know, it's all about glass cannon when you're speedrunning. Okay, what's this Alatreon doing? Okay, he's landed, so... Oh crap. Yeah, this is one of his anti-lance moves. It actually requires guard up to block, and if you're not blocking it, it just kind of does damage over time, and you can Superman dive through it, so it's kind of an attack that is technically safer if you don't block it. You just sheath and dive, but yeah, I get caught into a block string pretty often. It's pretty horrible. Yeah, and yeah, that fireball with the exploding waves, it's also an anti-lance attack. You can respond to it safely, but it has gotten me killed like pretty often. Yeah, next time he fires it, we'll see if we can get a good response out of it. Okay, so I am very hurt, and this ledge is totally fucking up all my shit. And I will say, an Arch-Tempered ledge is much, much more dangerous than Alatreon. Okay, here's another anti-lance move. Yeah, I power guarded it, so yeah, if you don't power guard these moves, it'll just completely eat through your stamina. With power guard, you do take more chip damage, but yeah, if it eats through your stamina, that's really dangerous too. So you basically just have to pick your poison. So I've talked with some other Lancers. KC responds to the anti-lance attacks a little differently. So when he does the ice breaths, he also has a fire one, but KC tends to use the opening to clutch onto his head, which, you know, I haven't built the muscle memory for that yet, but it's probably more effective than just getting like locked into blocking like this. Okay, and here is his thunder attack. It's one of the best and safest openings. Just stay underneath him and you'll be fine. Okay, we got our second trip here, or yeah, elemental break. It's essentially the only way you can trip him, so I'm just gonna call it that. Okay, so we're gonna drill damage into his head. Yeah, and I really wish I had more openings to tenderize. He does have clear openings to tenderize, but I don't really capitalize on counterclaw a lot because it's gotten me killed a lot too. It can be kind of random and scary. Okay, here's your super. We're gonna use two great sushi fish scales. You have to time it very well. So basically, yeah, just use the item as soon as the damage starts coming in. You have to roll and then use a second item. If you just use one, you'll probably die. Yeah, and then after the super, he leaves a pretty long opening for you to tenderize him. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, he is claw staggered, so we're gonna weaken his arms. Thankfully, you don't have to weaken individual arms. That makes me very happy. And I will say, like, after you learn how horrific the moveset is, it's actually quite fun to deal with because there's an actual back and forth between you and the monster. That's kind of what makes it feel satisfying instead of just you being assaulted over and over, like when you're hunting Rajang. but yeah, I will say they did a great job with Alatreon. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hopefully I can help you guys figure out like how to get this thing dead, and that way you guys can have fun with it too. Okay, so yeah, that thunder map attack, it creeps up on you. You can pretty much defeat it with spacing. You can just walk through it, or you can use a guard advance to go through it. Okay, so every time he does the super, you kind of have to reset it like this. So I got my first trip on it. Maybe I'll get a second, I don't know. Yeah, so since I got this trip, I can pretty much focus on the head from here on. Oh, I think we missed a thing. Well, like next time it comes, we'll talk about it. Yeah. So the thing about Alatreon is his attacks hit really fucking hard. There's a lot of knockback. But the good thing is it's always very precise timing. He can combo between moves very well, so be careful not to don't get greedy, don't get caught off guard. And sometimes he just switches up what he leads with. So like one of the worst moves he can do is yeah, this double horn swipe. It's really fast. Yeah, and he has a lot of different fireball variants. That one, it hits the ground and it spreads out like in like 3 waves, or 3 directions rather. That one actually I find a little more dangerous than the other one because yeah, he just used it again. This one I don't recommend countering it because your position it'll end up getting you hit again when the waves go off. Yeah, so I'm trying to knock him down here. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, so either either he's immune to it, like after one drop. I already got him to fall with a flash pod before, or he could be immune while he's enraged. I'm not really sure how that works yet. Okay, here's the fire version. It is a big pain in the dick. Yeah, for some reason not as scary as the ice one. Okay, so here he has exited fire mode and he is in dragon mode. So this is the state where if you don't break his horn, he's going to transition into the opposite element. So in this case, he's going to try to transition into ice, wherein our Ice Lance is going to do no damage, or no elemental damage, and we won't be able to reduce the super's damage output. So yeah, this is pretty critical. They're pretty generous with the break as far as I can tell. Alatreon does leave a lot of openings to hit him in the head, and you can just kind of take your time. Yeah, just yeah, there goes the horn break, so that locks him out of ice. He's gonna return to fire eventually. Yeah, I think he's still in dragon right now. Yeah, the window to get the break is pretty generous. I've had him like just run around and then start flying around, and then I'll get the horn break like after he lands. So it's a pretty long window. Yeah, so there's a yeah, that's a pretty infamous attack. Oh, I guess he can enrage while he's in the air. Yeah, the claw slams, they're a pretty good opening for counters. Yeah, and in the air, I wish his hind legs like receive more damage, but here, try to aim for his front forearms while he's in the air if possible. Okay, charge dragon attack. Yeah, I really need to stop hitting him in the breastplate because he takes no damn damage right there. Okay, we're gonna tenderize the forearm. Yeah, I already got the elemental break on him, right? I probably should have tenderized the head so I could get more damage in and finish the hunt a little faster, but oh, he knew. Oh crap, this thing. Yeah, so this is probably a really bad way to respond to that. I probably should have faced to the side, so that way the knockback will actually push me out of the area for the ice. Okay, oh, this ledge is really messing me up here. Oh no. No. Yeah, so that's pretty much the worst way to respond to that move. Yeah, so they pretty much spaced it perfectly that you're just going to get knocked back into all the waves and take a shit ton of chip damage. I find that one of the best ways to respond to it is to not use Power Guard, because as you can see here, Power Guard can still get knocked back into the other waves. The best way to respond might actually be use a counter, and the explosion will break your counter, but it actually won't push you back, so it's actually a pretty safe way to do that. Okay, so we're gonna time our heals for the super. I was probably a little late on that, but that's okay. Okay, I probably should have re-tenderized him here or something, but okay, so Alatreon's gone back to fire mode, so that's good for us. And since he just used the super, I'm gonna have to re-deplete Eschaton Judgment, so I'm gonna start hitting him in the legs again. Yeah, and as you change builds and get more used to responding to Alatreon, wow, that was pretty lucky. Yeah, he retreated while I was like lance charging. That was pretty convenient. But anyway, once you get more used to his moveset, you can probably just focus more on his head, or focus less on like a dealing element to his legs, and just kind of hit him in the head the whole time. Yeah, so that was like less than a minute after the super, and we already got the trip again. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I probably went a little overboard with element, but while you guys are still getting used to the mechanics, yeah, don't be ashamed to play it safe. Okay, he's in rage. I kind of missed the counter on there. Yeah, my glider mantle has expired. I probably need to put on my other mantle soon. Here comes the waves. Yeah, a guard advance forward is not a bad idea on how to respond to that, because it'll actually knock you back into the center, and then you can power guard cancel your knockback, so you can get a hit on the head. Yeah, so that's not a horrible way to respond to it. It's you know you kind of, it's not really efficient for your stamina, but you know, oh well. Okay. Oh Jesus. Yeah, that rush comes out really fast. I'm a little weirded out as to why he uses the rush while he's already on top of you. It's a little goofy. Okay, I'm guarding a little early. Yeah, that attack takes a while to come out. I probably could have gotten a whole combo. Okay, yeah, here's what I was talking about. Yeah, you can just use a counter break to keep your position. Here come the thunderbolts. Oh, by the way, this looks like a good opportunity to clutch to his head, but it's not. The horns are electrified while he's casting the lightning, so yeah, don't clutch to his head. Maybe you can clutch to his claws, or his forelegs, but you know, I haven't done that yet. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm really bad at following my own advice. Yeah, a lot of his fire moves have very similar tells, so I'm having a hard time telling the difference between them. Yeah, so, you know, for some moves it's good to counter, others better to guard advance. And, you know, you can't always tell the difference between them, so I guess it's just up to practice and luck. Ooh, wow, I knocked him down midair. Yeah, so this is also an element break. You can do that midair. Yeah, so that's 2? Yeah, we should be pretty good. Yeah, let's just focus on the head to get more damage in. And be careful not to hit that breastplate. Ooh, I was standing at the wrong angle, it's my fault. Okay, double horn swipe. Okay, hit him with the claws. Oh, crap. Yeah, this attack comes out really fast for how dangerous it is. Yeah, and the thing about Lance players is they have, it's just muscle memory for them to block or counter everything. And it's actually really dangerous to do against that move. So it's probably better to like just sidestep or something. Yeah, and then, yeah, I used counter break to hold my position against that attack. The fire sweep, it has a lot of knockbacks, so yeah, just be prepared to deal with that. Okay, Dragon Blast. He's getting enraged. Okay, Claw Stagger. Okay, yep. I guess I'm being a dumbass, just hitting him in the claws. It's pretty easy to hit him in the claws, so I guess I'm kind of going for consistency instead of damage. Nope, missed it. Okay, here's a double slam. I hear this is killing a lot of people without shields. Okay, whenever he does a dragon charge, be careful, because he can turn it around and come back the other direction, so be very careful about countering. Okay, here comes the super. I'm going to heal up to max health. Maybe I should sharpen. Let's get around to the front so we can, yeah, get a tenderize in. Okay, use the 2 items. I'm trying to sharpen, but didn't come out. Yeah, just fuck me in whatever I want to do, right? I don't know why that didn't work. Okay, he's casting lightning. Just don't be too greedy on this. Just chain guard advances. Don't try to use leaping thrust in between, because you're gonna get caught and it hurts. Okay, that ice is exploding. Okay, I'm a little too far forward. Oh no! Oh, yeah, yeah. The horn swipes. It comes out pretty fast. Whenever he leads with that, I tend to get hit. Okay, here's a good opportunity to chain counters together. Good damage. Okay, hitting the forearms. Okay, he's not tenderized anymore. Oh, please don't go in the air. Okay, it's pretty neat how they can they updated it so that, ooh, okay, we got the Alatreon, but yeah, it's really neat that Aang can combine elements together now. That's pretty neat. Kind of wish they did that in the show. Okay, so we got 19 minutes flat. That's pretty meh, but yeah, a lot better than my my first kill, which was about 27 minutes. So yeah, if you guys don't mind, I kind of need to carve this bitch, and I need the materials. Yeah, I made the, upgraded the lance already, I just need to make the armor, so you kids want to see some Alatreon eyeballs? Yeah. Let's see if we can get a better view of them. Maybe we can try it from the side. Oh yeah, there they are. That is fantastic. That will never stop. That will never stop being funny to me. Like that is amazing. Yeah, just remember, no matter how much an Elder Dragon is kicking your ass, he always has googly eyes on the inside that you can embarrass him with. You know, unless it's Shara. You know, he doesn't have any eyeballs. But yeah, there's Alatreon. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to show you guys the mix set when we get back to town, because like, it's kind of complicated. Yeah, so let's grab all of my bullshit. Yeah, no Dragon Sapphire this time. Haven't got that before. Artillery. Yeah, if only I used something that that could benefit. Alright, so let's look at the lance first. It's a Kiar Crest Stream. I have it all modded with attack, augmented for attack and health regen. If you don't have this lance, maybe try the Velkhana lance or a Safi lance. I'm not sure if it has enough element, but you know, the raw will be good. And here's my layered armor in case you want to be as sleazy as I am. Let's look at the armor skills here. So it's got Crit Eye 7, Ice Attack 6, Guard 5, Guard Up, Blight Resistance 3, that's very important for staying alive. Yeah, it's got a lot of gems in there, and the mantles, I'm essentially using them for health boost. I probably won't need that as much when I'm speedrunning, but there you go. Yeah, so just pause that if you need a closer look at it, but yeah, there's Alatreon. I'm actually pretty happy with it. That was pretty awesome. So, alright, so hopefully this video helps you guys out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.